I just want to break the barrier between those people, and
it makes the social hierarchy even worse.
Helsinki Youth Council creates opportunities for young people to promote the issues that matter to them.
Welcome back to my channel, Misaki Sensei Diary. This is the final episode about Helsinki Youth Council, an official organization made up of 35 inspiring and motivated young people working for bringing the voice of the youth into the real political discussion. In the previous video, they shared what motivated them to join and their honest thoughts about Finland's education system. So make sure to check them out. Today, they will talk about the issues they are actually fighting for as representatives. So let's dive in.
What do you think are the most serious problems do you think in this city?
Mental health, for example, we have this thing called Mieppi. It is a place where you can go basically without a reservation and talk to someone who is educated in mental health and is like a psychologist. The lines in there are like abnormal. It's like it can take you 2 weeks to get help. It's a big problem, and Helsinki has tried to tackle it, but of course, young people's mental health levels are just going down, and the lines are getting bigger, and they can't get help as soon as they need it.
What do you think causes mental health?
A lot of our modern day problems, stress,
COVID is also something.
COVID?
Yeah, because people were stuck in their homes and no socializing, and of course, if you couldn't go outside and play football with your friends, and then just like people get really sad. And after, if you've been stuck in your home for a year, you don't really tend to go out to the people again. You're really closed up.
Also, one of the biggest problems is young people that face discrimination and racism. And of course, people have taken action, but it's just, I feel like it's not enough. I actually have a sister of my own, she's 12, and she had a friend, and there are a lot of people, children that use slurs, maybe N-word, it's not normal, but it still happens, and I feel like it's very, very important to take discrimination and racism seriously, because it's such a big problem, not only here but in our entire world.
Exactly.
I think that safety is a very big problem in Helsinki, because like youngsters in here are like scared to go, like example to East Helsinki at the night time, or like they're scared to like after the going to home when it's dark because it's so unsafe, and we have like security in every metro station in here. I have like lived in Western and East, and like in West it was like really like chill and so, but in East when I go there is always happening something, and there's like 4 or 5, even 5 like security people in the metro station.
Alcohol and drugs. Segregation is a problem. Some places are more safe than others, and then it's like stuff that the rich people live here, and some people that don't, like stuffed into another corner.
I would say it is actually generally cheaper there as well, and then there's a bit more people who are like in different ethnicities, different backgrounds, or are not like Swedish or Finnish background. There's a lot of people who maybe have mental health problems or have a drinking problem who live there, because it is generally cheaper to live there too. So that's why it makes it slightly a bit more unsafe to a lot of people.
You can see the difference between the people who are Swedish speaking and might live in the more expensive parts of Helsinki, how they speak about people who live in Eastern Helsinki. They have these things that they think like, when you jump out of the metro in Itä-Helsinki, you're gonna be like shot immediately, which is not true. But people have these like expectations, and then because you have expectations, people in Eastern Helsinki might hear about that, and it's racism, it's really uncomfortable. So they start teaming up together because they want to show them we're not losers.
There is a like big division of like society.
Even a reason why I wanted to come to Youth Council is breaking the distance between people. Because me personally, when I've been in Youth Council and I've learned to know these people, and I've learned that what my mother says might not be true, because I've learned to break the barrier between us, and I want to tell like my friends that it's not dangerous, you're not gonna get shot. I just want to break the barrier between those people and the people who live in the Eastern Helsinki, because I've come to the realization that there's really nothing between us. They've never been to Eastern Helsinki. They've just heard, they read on the news that somebody who was a bit out of their mind might have hurt somebody. That does happen in the city center too, where you live, or where somebody else lives. So There's like actually not that much between us.
It's always the assumptions. Assumptions, they have such a big role. Some people might not physically go to Ida Helsinki. Never been, but it's just that when you are around people who have these negative assumptions about a place, of course if you haven't been to that place, of course you're gonna like listen to your friends or your people that you know, and then listen to their assumptions and then make your own assumption from the information that you've been given from other people. So of course the bad informations or the assumptions of Ida Helsinki being like a bad place, it often comes from other people's wrong assumptions about the place. From my own point of view, I've seen, because I'm friends with a lot of people. Rich folk don't want to get with the poor folk. They make it obvious, I don't want to be seen around you, I don't want to talk with you, because the hierarchy, the social hierarchy has gotten worse. And the wealth that comes from the families to their children, the wealth that you have, I feel like it has boosted a lot of people's ego.
Yeah, definitely.
The ego is taller than their height. That ego, it makes the social hierarchy even worse. So equality has a small role. It still has a role, because maybe some people might suffer from mental healthness because of the social hierarchy, because of people that think that they're better than you, or if they bully you because I'm better than you, I have more money, you're not on the same level as me, I can bully you. And of course that can lead to bad mental health problems. It can question your own worth. So of course that's why I bring consistently equality. I wish and I hope to have hope and dreams in Helsinki. I wish and I hope that Helsinki continues to have opportunities for us, and I hope that equality gets better, and I hope that we continue to have our voice heard even more in the future. And there's a saying, even though there's smaller steps, you're still taking the steps. And I wish that when we take these smaller steps, the smaller steps could be a huge advantage to the next generation that will go and take our shoes. And I feel like just one of the biggest things I wish for Helsinki to have is the opportunity to influence, the opportunity to be seen as an equal, the opportunity to have a voice, the opportunity to protest, the opportunity to be brave enough to say, oh, this is not right. I don't stand for this. It's very important, especially like I wish that everyone, despite their background, could have a voice. Perfection is impossible. There's no such thing as perfect. So I feel like just the chance to be able to aim for a perfect Helsinki, to just be with us the whole time, I feel like that's very important. I feel like this is a characteristic of Helsinki and Finland that has such a big impact on our lives.
Lastly, I just have that Helsinki needs to be safer for girls and women. We're not supposed to be afraid of walking down the street when it's like a bit dark outside, and we're not like pay differences in Finland are crazy. Like there's this like machine where you can check like what your career and how much more a man makes, and in some careers it's even 2,000 euros more. We need to become more equal in gender roles and safety to women. Girls are not supposed to walk down the street at 6 o'clock with keys in their hands because they're afraid someone will attack them. Helsinki needs to be safe for everybody.
I feel like we're living in a world where 90% of the presidents, the leader roles are always men. The bosses, the corporations, always the leader roles are men. And I feel like we all would like for where it's equal. There's 50% of world leaders that are women. Because right now when I saw a picture of the presidents and the prime ministers of certain countries, and they're all men.
How is the ratio of here, this youth council?
It's pretty even.
Yeah, it is very even.
It's very even.
There's 15 men, 18 women, and then 2 non-binary.
It used to be like perfectly split in half, I think. And then our chair has always been that there would be at least one girl as a vice or the president.